friends, welcome to another video. So this isn't a Renae's recap. This is kind of like a resetting point because my videos have been hella out of order. So the last video that you guys saw was the end of the fall semester. It was like the last week of school, and so I went home for 2 weeks, and I always say I'm gonna record when I'm home, but I never do because it doesn't really happen like organically. And also I just sometimes feel like I shouldn't record on breaks because I'm on a break and I want to spend time with my family, and I don't necessarily always want to be like, oh, let me grab the camera and record this. I did record a little on Christmas, and I did like the year recap, but other than that, it didn't feel bad, but I just didn't want to record. Like, I just wanted to spend time with my family. I don't know why I'm explaining this so long, but it is what it is. And so now I have driven back to St. Louis with my father. I've been here for about 4 days, and so I had some clinical stuff that I had to come back sooner than I would have liked to do. So that's that. So now I'm back at school. This is like my 3rd day of back working. I went to the elementary school, so this is kind of like a recap really quickly. So I went to the elementary school Tuesday, and then today, and then yesterday I had supervision. I also have therapy. I'm giving therapy later today, but that's all I really wanted to say about that. So today's video, I wanted to do like sort of a recap slash things that went well in the semester. This is not what I was trying to grab. Things that went well, and then things that didn't go so well in the semester. Overall, I felt like the semester went by so fast, and there were points in the semester where I felt like I was just like being dragged through the semester because it was just going so fast, and there was no point at which I felt like my feet were on the ground and I was steady. It just constantly felt like go, 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 go. And I think partially that's because this was a new semester. I was taking more classes than most of my peers, but also I was taking more classes. My thesis, I was trying to get off the ground, and also it's like the first semester of like real clinical work and external placement, so it was a lot to like adjust to and like try to figure out my footing. And I feel a little better about it going into this spring semester. I just know it's going to be chaotic, and that is what it is, and I'm just going to have to deal. So I wrote down some stuff. So things that went well, I feel like I managed chaos pretty well. I wasn't like, things were like happening, and I was just kind of like flying with the punches. Like, I felt like I did a really good job of that because I'm not typically that flexible, but it was just like, you know, juggling everything, my clinical work, my external placement, my coursework, my thesis, all that stuff. I felt like I did a very good job of managing everything. This semester I wasn't really stressed out that much, like outside of the end of the semester when some family stuff started happening, but like actual school stress, I felt like I didn't have very much. I feel like that's gonna change this semester because I'm really trying to get my thesis done before the end of the spring semester. So yeah. So then also I've been giving therapy, and I feel like I do a really good job of therapy, and I felt like this semester like I was really in my groove and I knew what I was doing, and I felt really good about it. Also this semester I gave my first like real assessment on an adult by myself. Felt good, felt real good, and that went so good, and it just like was serious like confirmation for me that like I know what I'm doing. I'm not as like inept or inadequate that I think I am. I actually know what I'm doing here. That felt good. I feel like I wasn't as homesick as I was last year. I did get a little homesick, but it was like right before I was about to go home, so it was okay. Like around Thanksgiving I got a little homesick, but it was definitely not as bad as it was last year. Last year I was like a little bit miserable and like moping, and like, yeah, not as homesick. I felt like I did a good job juggling everything like I've talked about. I felt like I did a good job working in the schools, because the way the school system works, there's no way for it to have any structure, so it felt like I wasn't getting any structure, but I feel like I managed that pretty well. And then I did my first evaluation. Actually, I've done 2 evaluations of residents at the residential home I work at as my other external placement, and that has been definitely some growing pains, but I feel like I've done a good job of just like rolling with the punches for that. Okay, so things that have gone badly. I stopped going to the gym. Like, as soon as school started, I just stopped going to the gym, and I worked out all summer, and it felt bad. Like, it felt really bad, but the way that my schedule is set up at this point, I just don't foresee myself getting up early to go to the gym. I don't see myself staying later to go to the gym. It just doesn't work for me. But I'm hoping that once this semester is over, 3rd and 4th year, I'll be able to be back on my grind working out, because I'll have less responsibility. Well, not necessarily less responsibilities at the school, but I feel like because I won't be I'll take 1 class that whole school year, I'll have more time to manage that. I felt like in classes this semester that I wasn't all the way 100% present, and I felt not that I was BSing in class, but kind of like I was BSing in class. Like, some classes I just knew I wasn't working on like what the class materials were, and yeah, so that kind of felt bad. I have been thinking about that a lot. Like, I really didn't do a good job of like I paid attention and I got good grades and it was no issues, but I just felt like I didn't pay as much attention or learn as much as I have in past semesters. My thesis didn't get as far as I wanted to because, you know, stats takes forever and stuff just happens, and I did not get as far as I wanted to on that. But it is what it is. I'm not beating myself up too bad about it because my advisor said it's fine. So long as she's happy, I'm happy. But I do feel kind of bad that it's not as far. I thought I'd be done with all my analysis by now, but I'm not at all. So such is life. And then I feel like I didn't do a good job sitting with ambiguity. Like, some stuff was just like there are things in the program that I don't know, and like I don't know that I don't know, and then like I'm hearing things and then finding out that I don't know, it like really frustrates me because I feel like I'm not being given all the information that could help me. And I didn't do a very good job of like sitting with that and just being like, this is what it is for right now. It won't always be this way. It won't always be like this gray area. And for me, gray area doesn't really work, especially when it comes to like my future planning. Like, I am a planner. Like, I've been planning to get into grad school for a long time, and then to get here and then to be told like, oh, don't worry about all these classes, or don't worry about your placements, or don't worry about this and that. Like, that doesn't work for me. Like, I need to plan it out from day one, and it's been really frustrating to me to not be able to do that because everybody in the program is good with sitting with the gray area. And I just, like, even with internships, like, I started like just very loosely like looking at internship sites and stuff. People are like, oh, you're doing that too early, and oh, you shouldn't do that, you should just wait and see. And I'm like, that may work for you, but that does not work for me. And so I'm having a hard time dealing with people being like, oh, it all works out in the end, it's fine, don't worry about it, don't stress about it, when like this is my future. And like, I feel like, this is gonna sound bad, but I feel like people don't really care until it's too late. And I'm like, no, that's not gonna work for me. I need to at least have some sort of game plan. Even if you don't, like, that's fine. If you wanna live your life in the gray area, cool, do you, boo. But I cannot do that. And I feel like there's a lot of gray area in the program and in external placements and in certain things that I'm kind of going off on a tangent. Wow. But I'm really frustrated with it, and I've been frustrated with it, and I'm having a hard time sitting with that frustration because it's like people are just like, I feel like people are just brushing me off with my concerns, and they're just like, it'll work out, Tanisha, don't worry about it, everything fits in the right place. And I'm like, no, it doesn't, because had I not advocated for myself last year, it wouldn't have fit, and I would have been SOL. So yeah, I'm just really upset about it because like I'm really frustrated because I feel like people aren't hearing me, and I feel like my concerns are not being taken seriously, and I feel like people are just like, don't worry about it. And that really bothers me because like, obviously I am concerned about it because I'm seeing gaps in this program that are not gonna help me and are gonna make this a little bit harder for me to like hear me out. And I just feel like I'm not being heard, and I'm really upset about it, obviously, since like I just had word vomit about it and now my nose is itchy. But all that to say, overall the semester went pretty good. I have no complaints about last semester. Like, I feel like it went by so fast, and like all of a sudden the semester was gone and I was like, what? Like, I just felt like I was being like dragged by my shirt like through the semester, and feels weird to say the least. But this semester I am looking forward to just, you know, I feel like I'll have a little bit more footing because I've already gone through a semester of like chaos. I feel like at least now I can expect the chaos, and I just have some projects. I'm applying to a fellowship. I'm working on a paper, working on my thesis, which really needs to be done because I'm sick of looking at it. And just, you know, like, I'm really just looking forward to the semester of like getting stuff done and getting stuff off my plate. Yeah. Oh, I thought there was a spider. I was like about to freak out. So yeah, so next semester starts next Monday from this video. Probably the Monday that you're seeing this video is the first day of classes. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, all I wanted to say. Sorry I got a little rambly about my frustrations from last semester. What else did I want to say? Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Follow me over on my Instagram. I know I said that I was going to do a rebrand in January, but it might not happen that soon. It'll probably be like a slow rebrand of just like me redoing things. I'm really looking forward to making a new intro. I have a really cool idea. I just have to record it. And yeah, there'll be new things you guys will see as the new things come up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to the family, or to my channel and joining the family. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I will see you guys next time. I love you all so much. Goodbye.